success. But Pat Benatar and her husband, guitarist Neil Giraldo, have set their priorities. They work hard, and they can still rock and roll with the best of them. The two of you had completely broken up before you got back together and really solidified your relationship, and then you decided to get married. What happened that allowed it to come together again?
The socks are dirty. Nobody else can put up with those except us, though.
And him.
And him, right.
You work together, Neil produces your record, you're building a studio together. What's the main component that keeps the pull and the tug of the relationship together?
Haley.
The daughter.
Yeah, I don't know. We were partners in music before we were partners in anything else, so that always stands, I think. I mean, we like each other, you know.
That works.
You know, I'm really fascinated by the fact that you work together on stage. What happens when you guys make eye contact on stage? What?
We usually laugh.
We never look at each other.
We start laughing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's funny. It depends. I mean, it depends on where we are in our minds, I guess, when we're doing it. I mean, sometimes I just look at him with admiration because I can't believe he plays as well. And it's just the whole thing, you know. And then other times it's just, I laugh at him because I go, my husband, he's standing there, and this is ridiculous, you know. And I'm sure he looks at me and goes, look at her face, you know. Look at that outfit.
Look at that face. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
So much of what happens in the world of rock and roll is personified by, you know, rock attitude. You know, it's all about attitude. You guys live in the suburbs, you have a great home life, you have a family. Does that change the rock attitude?
Oh,
I don't think
it should.
No.
If it does, it's not for us.
No, it's like what I said before. You know, what we do at home is our business, and it has nothing to do with what we do on stage, and that's all that is required of us is to, you know, we have a certain attitude when we work, and we have a certain attitude at home, and it really isn't anyone's business at home, you know, and so what we, you know, when we work, that's how we are, and you don't lose your edge or anything like that because you barbecue. You know what I mean? It stays the same. Nothing changes.
I've heard you say, I've heard actually both of you say that you'd like to have a couple of kids so that they could sing backup for you now. Is that really true?
No, you never see our
There's a lot of things they could do. One, play this thing for one.
Wait, what did you say?
I said, I don't think you'll ever see our children singing backup with us. No, you probably never see our children ever. No, if they want to do it with themselves, that's okay. But this won't be the Lennon sisters or anything.
But you guys want a big kind of Italian family.
Yeah,
We'd like to have as many as we can.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
You so obviously have a great relationship. You're comfortable together. Does it, addressing what you spoke about before, take the urgency or the edge off at all in approaching rock, which requires such an edge?
It saves your life. It keeps you sane. Because, I mean, making music is probably the most important thing that we do. And it's
Besides making babies.
right.
Making
Maybe you should say making them. Maybe you should say having them.
Having them, making them.
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Making, having.
Okay. It saves you, though. I mean, it keeps you normal so that you don't lose your perspective on things. I mean, if nuclear war, you know, happens tomorrow, God forbid, no one's going to give us
Damn.
about how many records you sold, but I want to have my family, you know, so.
As you can see, some mothers may be worried about rock lyrics, but Pat Benatar is a rock and roll mother who worries about real life just like the rest of us.
They're a lot of fun. How long is the tour going to be?
The tour has actually been cut down to 6 weeks rather than Pat's tour of a usual 3 months because they are accommodating their baby Haley and taking her out on the road.
And I'll bet there's another interruption in February with the Grammy Awards because they're up, aren't they?
Yeah, Pat's up again for a couple of nominations, so we'll probably see her during the Grammy ceremonies on February 25th.
Okay. Thanks, Rona. Thanks for being